moving forward.
Well, the banyan tree is lit, and it's officially Christmas season in Maui. And it wouldn't be Christmas without the Grinch. And this year's Grinch is the American economy. Kitch'n Cook'd Chips is closing this month, and that brings an end to a legacy that was 66 years in the making. And if you think of getting a bag, they're nowhere to be seen, as many have already scooped up the remaining bags. So if you see them somewhere randomly, grab them, enjoy them, or feel free to sell them on eBay to pay your rent. I mean, who wouldn't at this point? What else will this economy take from us? The state says we'll survive the next bubble, but don't believe them, folks. The state says we'll survive the next bubble, but don't believe them, folks. Job numbers are going up, but there are just as many people not looking for jobs. And since we came out of a lockdown, for the next 10 or so years, we'll be incorrectly reporting job increases until someone has brains to account for a shutdown, employers that didn't return, all the failed startups, multiple layoff seasons. I mean, we're in stagflation, but not everyone wants to call that duck a duck just yet. So we're lying to ourselves about jobs so we can just call it inflation. Listen to me. Keep it Christmas tight. I am. All my friends are too. We saw that from Black Friday. Most of the U.S. is keeping it tight. Follow the flock on this one. And do it for the next few Christmases. In brighter conversation, though. The Empty Shelters Pet Adoption Event at the Maui Humane Society is December 5th through the 11th. Now, I don't want to be the Grinch on this one, but I am going to lend some advice on the matter of pets for holidays. If you're going to do it, make sure you're prepared to take care of it. Be prepared for cost and care and know what you're getting into with your breed choices. But most of all, don't buy from a breeder. Adopt. There's so many animals looking for a forever home, and you can help provide it. So get yourself down to the Maui Humane Society from the 5th to the 11th. Meanwhile, more concerning Molokai. County Council voices support for the restoration of Kawela stream flow. Their resolution urges Water Commission to deny the contested case hearing for Molokai Properties Limited. The council voted to urge, okay, so then that way, like, the requests could, we could restore this stream. These guys have been diverting water for over 100 years. And the place has been technically closed for a while. So now they're just tending a lawn for show. I mean, they're wasting resources that could have made life abundant. And also they could just make a profit off of bringing up their property value. I mean, I guess we just need to add these asshats to the rabbit hole's radical change list. A place like this that hasn't changed hands in a long time means they don't have to sell anytime soon. I feel the best course of action would be acquisition in this one. I myself am not currently flush with $260 million to get the convo started, but I know we'll meet someone crazy along the way, some insane rich bastards. That's what Hollywood's filled with, so we'll find one. We'll meet one. We know we will. And we do that all the time for other stuff, so why not for, Hawaiian stuff? Along the way, we could also stand to, mobilize the nation a little more. I mean, I've always considered what it would be like if we had the sovereign nation represented by a real estate community. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, yeah, real estate sounds bad, but what if we bought into it? Just made up of Kanakas that bought out the land and redistributed it. I mean, it could even lock out all the speculators if we could build the capital. I mean, if we used capitalism to buy back Hawaii, then nobody would see it coming. I mean, everyone expects a protest or some kind of federal interference because we stay broke right now. But what if we moved enough Kalo to make them give it back to all of us? Like, why die on a wait list when we could just, rock for the money? I mean, let's see if that's possible. And let's look into that with the help of our business community, both here in the islands and those that are displaced on the continent. Since there's not many of us left on the rock, we're going to need all the help we can get. So we need to end this whole, squabble between, are you Hawaiian enough? You live on the mainland now. Shut up, bruh. We all Hawaiian. We got to look out for each other, all right? We're going to need every Kanaka on deck for this one, and we're going to open up a huge rabbit hole to go down there. And in that relation to that sentiment, I would like to bring up an awesome movie today. I know it's not Pop Culture Day, but it's our day to talk Hawaii, and what's more Hawaiian than this movie, Hawaiian Soul. And this is legit. I mean, it's a 20-minute short that centers around George Helm. And, I mean, first, I got to say, Kolea was an amazing choice. He brings it to the table as George. The story and what they do in only 18 minutes is beautiful. We have a series of moments to produce understanding of our hero in just seconds, as we are then with George on his way to a church on Maui to state his case and ask for guidance, knowing that if he can get help from Maui, then the fight for Kaho'olawe will be possible. I mean, I can't get into much more without spoiling the whole thing, but I will tell you this. Have a whole box of tissues on standby. This is a powerful story, and when you get to the Queen song and he tells the story and pleads his case to the kapuna, you feel it too. You feel all of it, and you can't help but let all of the emotion out of you. No lie, all right? I spent the last half of the film covered in tears, bro. And right now, you too can have that experience because it's free for the time being. For a short time, you can watch it at HawaiianSoulMovie.com. And once you watch it, make sure you share it because it's up for an Academy Award and it needs all the exposure it can get to deservedly win that award. And I'm sure when it does win, the world will be watching and the world will join our conversation and strengthen the fight for our restoration. So watch them. Watch them with friends. Share them with family. Spread this story about our people because this one resonates with the whole world. Give them a reason to take notice. Every day is a day to be noticed as Hawaiian, all right? We have been silent for too long. This story is a great way to start a conversation with friends. You know, there are many good Hawaiian films out there. You guys know them. I've worked on some of them, and I got to say, they're a great gateway to starting the conversation with, you know, all your American friends. Because I find that the more that they hear our story and they understand, and especially for them to be able to see that, like, I mean, every time I brought up in school that, like, I was in an elementary school when we were talking about the bombings, you know? And so, like, that's half of my friends' memories of me is, oh, you're that militant Hawaiian kid that was, like, in the bombing of Hawaii. And I was like, dude, bro, like, that's, I mean, our generation still knew about it. It was something that, like, you know, I was born on the heels of that moment. So it was weird just, like, being able to say, you know, stop bombing my country as a kid growing up. And it was really weird watching, you know, the adult conversation on it, especially since it really got pushed under the rug quite a bit. And I think that this is the opportunity to, like, unsweep it from under the rug. And this movie is a value for that. So check it out, HawaiianSoulMovie.com, and stay tuned for this season's final episode where I go to Maui Comic-Con, all right? And be on the lookout for Season 3 coming ahead, all right, guys? And also, if we're really lucky, fingers crossed, we're going to bridge into public access next year. So dreams are coming true, kids. Anything is possible. So also, guys, the show's getting bigger, and it's only because of you. Like, the comments, the subscribers, the follows, the numbers. I mean, dude, I couldn't have asked for more for this plucky little podcast that started from nothing to do something. Guys, we've done it. So if you want in on the action for next season, you know, feel free to inquire within. We will always gladly accept your monetizing opportunities to increase our reach and increase yours. So thanks again, everybody. Looking forward to a beautiful Season 3. Stay on the lookout. Maui Comic-Con in the next episode. Aloha.